Hi, this is Pearl and welcome to my channel. Today I have a process video for you using the Felicity Jane Grace kit. Now I'm going to be scrapbooking a photo of my daughter and me, and we're wearing twinsy dresses and we're both wearing flip-flops. I couldn't find matching flip-flops at the time. And she was only 2 here, I think, and she was too young to attend vacation Bible school with her brothers. So here someone took a picture of us as we were dropping them off. So I'm using Basil cardstock and I'm using the We Are Memory Keepers typewriter typecast, and I love this typewriter because it fits the 12 by 12 paper, but I don't love it because I always fight with the typewriter to put the cardstock into the typewriter. Now, if it was just regular plain printer paper, it would fit in there beautifully and just roll right up. But anyway, you got to take the good with the bad, right? So this is what I journaled. I always knew I wanted a little girl. What I didn't know was how much I would love having a daughter. Although I am not into pink and being a girly girl, I love to dress her up in black and grays. I love being able to dress alike. I love the sassy attitude that she has and knowing that she's going to make a great adult. I love that she's a mommy's girl. I love that she always wants to be right by my side at all times. I just love having a mini me. So after I do that, you notice that earlier before I put this cardstock into the typewriter, I had decided to put the photo on the right hand side of the cardstock, and I penciled it off to where I knew I wanted to do the journaling. So now I'm going through the 12 by 12 papers to see which paper I want to use, and I'm going to cut this. I think it's about 3.5 inches. Let's see, no, actually I cut this paper into 4 inches, and I'm going to adhere that to the top of my cardstock, and I'm using my ATG gun to adhere that down. After I adhere that down, I decide I'm going to use a branding strip or a 12, I think it's 1/2 inch by 12 uh, of a piece of, I can't remember if this is a branding strip. Yes, it is a branding strip of the pink gingham, and I'm going to adhere that right below the top portion of this cardstock. You'll notice that I put the adhesive all the way down the strip, and I had not planned on using a sewing machine, but then I changed my mind. I try not to put too much adhesive if I'm going to sew because I don't want to get adhesive on my needle or to gunk up my machine. So for this stitch, I did the zigzag stitch and I stitched it between the floral paper and the pink gingham. And so I stitched just along that edge, and then I'm going to move on with the rest of my layout. This is a very simple layout. It's got the diagonal, kind of a diagonal from top right to bottom left design, yet it has a triangle from the top of the photo to the bottom right of the photo to the bottom left of the layout. So I am doing the date stamp. I'm trying to get the correct date because I always date the photos that I print out, and I do mark them using like a Sharpie or something. And I do write the dates on the back of every one of my photos because I am kind of anal that way and I want to date every photo. I've been doing that since the beginning of time. That's probably the planner in me that likes to have that organized. So I did mat the photo on a pink cardstock, and now I'm going through the rest of my cardstock to see what else I want to do to layer. So I'm going to layer it on the green and white gingham. I'm going to use that yellow polka dot as part of the layers. I'm also going to use some of the, it's not the branding strips, but you know when you get your kit and it has those 1x3s of the different kinds of cardstock that is coming in the kit. I'm going to use that as layering pieces too. And I don't focus on how I'm going to layer. I just like to have all the layers be different sizes, lengths, and in different places. And I just like to have pieces of it peeking out. Now, I did get asked one time why I would waste such beautiful paper on layering it like that. And I don't think it's wasting paper because I know what the paper looks like, and I'm making these for me, not for anybody else. If someone else wants to look at my layouts, like you guys, thank you so much for watching, then great. If not, that's okay too, because I enjoy the process of scrapbooking so much that I would be doing it just like this even if I didn't have a YouTube channel. And that's what I had been doing before I even started this process of doing my YouTube channel. So in case I forget to say it, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. So I'm layering and I'm not worrying about wasting the paper, because in my eyes I'm not wasting the paper because I am using the beautiful Felicity Jane paper that comes with the kit. So after I layer it, I am going to adhere it down to the right side of my journaling. And I'm just going to use my ATG gun to adhere that after I do the layers. I am also going to use foam dimensionals to pop up edges of my photo. Now, I typically like to use Stampin' Up! Dimensionals, but I had old dimensionals. These, I don't even know where I got these because it's from such a long time ago. So I'll go ahead and link the Stampin' Up! Foam dimensionals that are my favorite down below. I don't remember where I got these, honestly. It might have been at an expo a long time ago, back when I used to go. So after I go ahead and pop up some of these, I'm going to go and look through the embellishments that came with this kit. Now, I did order 2 packs of paper because I knew that the papers were so beautiful that I would want to do many layouts with this kit. I am using the alphas that came with this kit, and I'm titling this Mini Me. And I'm okay with the title of this not popping out. That's why I did put it on that floral background paper, because I don't need it to pop out, you know, because it's there, and if someone looks close enough, they'll see it there. I'm trying to see if I can use any of the stamps on this layout, because I am trying to do more stamping, but to no avail. I'm using the One Canoe 2 date stamp, and I'm using the VersaFine Claire in Morning Mist. I love this ink pad. I love it because it's gray, and for those of you who know, I like to do my journaling in gray too. So I'm going through the puffy stickers, and I put a puffy heart to the left of this label, and I took a 12 by 12 piece of paper that had all those labels on it, and I fussy cut all of those, and I cut out a ton of labels, and it makes me so happy. Now I'm using my Tombow Mono multi-adhesive to adhere the word this to the right of that heart puffy sticker that I had on the date. Now that's going to be my one cluster. Another cluster is going to be to the top left of my photo. Now this kit also came with like sequins and crystals, so I have them out there, and I'm going to use them as like where I would splatter and do inking and stuff. But it also came with this puffy silver heart. Now, I'm going to be honest, this silver heart doesn't seem to fit in with this kit, but it did come with it, so I am using it. Okay, here I've got my fine line applicator, and I have Scotch Quick Dry adhesive in there, and I'm putting little dots where I want these sequins and crystals to adhere to add some dimension and visual interest to my layout. Now I'm going to do it in the 3 areas of embellishment. So that's the top left of my photo where I have the label for the date stamp, and it's also going to be to the bottom right of the photo, but I have to put an embellishment there first before I can put those little crystals down. And I decide to use the big flower puffy sticker to the bottom right of that photo, and then I'm going to adhere some crystals and sequins down. And it just brings just the slightest bit of attention and visual interest to the layout. I love that. So after I do that, I am going to put a stem, and I initially think I'm going to put it to the right of the star, but I end up moving the star over to the right a little bit, and I'm going to put the stem to the left of the star. And it's going to be on top of some of the sequins and gems, and I'm okay with that. And I also use a Scotch Quick Dry adhesive to adhere the chipboard Happiness to the top left of the photo, and I use the foam dimensional adhesive to put Smile onto the bottom right of the photo. And then I'm going to splatter. Now, in retrospect, I probably shouldn't have used the gold splatter, but that's okay because I do have yellow in part of the layers of the photo. So I do use the Dr. P.H. Martin gold to splatter on the 3 areas of for visual interest. Now, if any of you guys know of a spray ink that's gold that's available, because I do love the Heidi Swap, but that it can't be purchased anymore, so I'm looking for one that is readily available to everyone. Let me know down in the comments below. I'm I don't really like to use this because it soaks through the paper. Now I am using the Nuvo Dream Drops, and this one is in the color Dragon Scales, and it's so pretty because it's like pearlized mint green, seafoam green. So I put 3 dots in the 3 areas to give it in threes and the 3 triangles, and then I call my layout done. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoy this type of video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.